So let's now turn from the positive side of that spectrum to the very negative. The IT world has come under threat recently in the wake of the devastating virus that has been spreading through computer systems like wildfire over the past month. Joining us today to give us the rundown is Theunis van Rensburg, editor-in-chief of Bandwidthblog. I am talking about WannaCry, and I would imagine there are a lot of programmers who want to cry this morning. First of all, congratulations on the birth of baby Eben. 10 days fresh into the world. So I think you and I aren't sleeping at the moment, which I can certainly understand. But this is going to give a lot of people very sleepless nights. What is WannaCry? How is it kind of exhibited in the IT world?
Right, so WannaCry hit the IT world over this past weekend, and it's taken people by storm, and obviously not a very good way. Yeah. So WannaCry, we're not exactly sure where it originated from at the moment.
Which is scary in itself.
Very scary. But what we do know is that it is a form of ransomware. Now, let's start with that. Ransomware, first of all, is a type of malicious software that usually cyber criminals use to infect either your smart device, laptop, PC, sometimes even entire servers. So we saw that happening over the weekend in the UK with it hitting the NHS, the National Health Service, and they actually had to shut down the entire NHS for about 24 hours. They weren't able to admit any new patients because they couldn't get to the data that they actually needed to help them. So this is what ransomware does. It encrypts data on these smart devices and basically holds it to ransom. So they want money for people to basically give them money to decrypt it so that you can use your data again.
Does this mean that the likes of us, the end user on our smart devices, are safe because we ain't got a lot of bank to be ransomed? Who is most at risk here when we talk about South Africans and individuals who might be nervous now?
Well, it seems like it's more organizations and larger companies that have been hit with this massive, massive attack. But yes, it does sometimes happen that the individual user gets hit. So the way that it gets delivered to your device is very, very simple in nature. It's usually from a spam email with a little attachment to it, and you know, it looks interesting.
We never learn.
Exactly. And you open up that attachment and it infects your device.
How do we protect ourselves? Are there measures we can take to preempt an attack like this?
Well, it's very important, not only for this kind of attack, but for any kind of virus, really, is to look at the version of software you have on your device. So always have the latest version of your antivirus software. These viruses get developed so quickly that you know, these antivirus companies have to keep up, and there's a very, very fast pace of development. So you always have to have the latest version of that. Also, always be certain to have the latest version of your operating system. So we know that a large part of these attacks with WannaCry came from old Windows XP devices, computers still running Windows XP. Microsoft doesn't support it anymore, and you know, that's why it was hit quite easily.
How can very quickly people connect with you if they've got more questions?
Well, you can always come to www.bandwidthblog.com. We talk about everything tech in the world, and you can also contact me at editor@bandwidthblog.com.
Theunis, thank you so much, man. Hopefully we haven't terrified you too much, and congratulations once again on the birth of baby Eben. Awesome to be welcoming new lives into the world, but please make sure that you are updating your software, make sure that you're on your latest operating systems. It's a crazy world out there.